They walked 1,158 of us down to Eisenhower Hall. The first captain, the King of Beasts, is up on stage, and he asked the following groups of people to stand up. All those of you that were valedictorian in your high school class, well, I don't know, like 100-something people stood up. And all those of you that were captain of a varsity athletic team in high school, please stand up. And 400 or 500 more people stood up. And then all those of you that were the president of your senior body, your class in high school, stand up. Well, another 145 people stand up. And I figured at that point, the only question left was, Anthony DeToto, would you like to stand up? Right? And we all felt like that at some point in our cadet career. You made that point. We go through this very uniformed experience where they want to make sure that we all embrace the suck. And that didn't necessarily bother me. And they played a little song by a guy named Lee Greenwood, if I remember right, calling him I'm proud to be an American. And I saw everybody get up on their feet and were screaming. And I thought, man, these are my people. This is where I want to be. And really what it comes down to, and 20, 30 years later, is when we were in the military and we're getting ready to get out, most of us didn't know exactly what we wanted to do next, but we were all almost to a person pretty sure that it wasn't going to be as important as what we just did. And purpose matters. And I just think, what I think about a fair amount, and you and I talked a little bit about this, is when I lost my younger brother a couple of years ago. And people have varying degrees of what spirituality is, but I just think about the families behind Bill Hecker and Shannon Beebe and Rusty Davison and Wildermuth and the impact on them not being there. You talking about you wanting to optimize all your time, Jamie Schleck, on the sideline watching your son play AAU basketball, and them always looking out into the crowd and not seeing their dad or their mom there for them. And with my little brother, I remember looking at my parents at the foot of my brother's casket as the priest in the Catholic Church talked about, and the God who gave of his only begotten son, and seeing in one image my brother's casket and my parents, and thinking about that, what it's like to lose a child. So when I reflect on loss, the rituals that we have, the grip hands part of things, the long gray line piece of it, you know that there's somebody else there that has your back. And when my brother passed, Pete Gaudet showed up and John Palcisco showed up, and Brian Fitzgerald took a cab up, or took an Uber, of course, up from New York City to Connecticut. And Obi Alfaro jumped on a plane and came out from Texas. And so, there's lots of things we can pick. We always can't pick our family, but having the sort of brotherhood, the brothers and sisters that we have in our class around us, is pretty powerful. They do it, right? You do it for somebody because you see a little bit of yourself in them in some way. And I look at it like, people could say karma or paying it forward or serendipity, or the Catholics call it providence. Who cares? It's the right thing to do. In my mind, it's the cadet prayer. It's working for the whole truth. When the whole truth can be won, not settling on the half, and doing the right thing above and beyond what's expected of you.